Now back to the restoration of our lawnmower. If you were watching yesterday, you'll have seen Stan Hardwick start work on reviving an ATCO standard model for us. Today he lifts the engine out and takes it apart.
I've been greenkeeping on golf courses, for quite a lot of years. And when mowers get old, you scrap them, and then you think, well, all the old mowers are going to go. And I thought, well, I really ought to start collecting, or somebody ought to start collecting lawnmowers. And it sort of ended up like this. Ended up with 250 of them.
I got used to them at first. It was sort of a bit, it's just like Steptoe's backyard, sort of, you'd come round and there's all this pile of sort of rusty mowers there. But I should sort of be fine, and then all of a sudden I'd sort of blow my top and say, that's it, tidy it up, clean it up.
I used to have them in sort of the garage, the shed, and I had all the best ones, like sort of these, what I keep in here. They were in the house.
I sort of said, oh, well, as long as we can have them in the back room and not get them in the front lounge, it's okay. And the first pony mower we got, there wasn't room for that, so that had to go in the front lounge, So you had to sort of step round it each time, but it's too precious to put anywhere else, It's something really, really precious, so it had to go in there.
Then my wife decided one day, she says, I think we ought to build a conservatory.
We're not spending money on a conservatory, We're going to enjoy ourselves. Then when the idea came up, well, we can put the mowers in it. Oh, yes.
Anyhow, so I thought, well, it's a good idea, really. And then we built a conservatory, and we got a good big one, so we've now got 40-odd mowers in it. Right. Now we can gently lift the engine out. Whoops. That's him. There's the engine. So the next thing, we'll remove this bracket here. So don't need that on. Pick the engine up, we'll put it over here for a minute. So, another little two-stroke engine, Billius. Nice badge on there, Billius Engineering Company. If you take this off, then a nice brass flywheel on it. Lovely coil, it looks in lovely condition as this one. There's the points. The points, we've still got the point cover on. If we just remove that, you'll see the points in there. I think that one of the biggest things is when you go to a show and people come to you and say, oh, my grandfather used to use one like that. It's indoors like that, but you get pleasure out of other people enjoying that in there. Now the clutch just lifts out like that. And these are actually self-centering bearings. I don't know whether you can see on that, but they are rounded. And no matter how they're put in, the bearing will centre itself to the shaft. And everybody sort of had a lawnmower in the family. Well, all but us and my father never had a lawnmower. He used to have a piece of carpet. He used to go outside with a piece of carpet and a pair of shears, kneel down and cut the grass, and maybe take 2 hours doing it. But I don't know what to say to me now if it's all lawnmowers that I've got. Well, it makes it all worthwhile when you see the end result. Cheers, lads.